Hi, I'm gonna be doing a quick overview about breeding feature, in general overview, and how I think myself breeding would be the best approach to it. So first of all, you have the status window here. It tells you the generation, which the generation only influences the amount of time that you need to breed it. It does not increase the gross value. It does not increase the chance to get a higher rarity, anything like that. No. Generation just applies to the time you need to breed it. It increases every 2 generations, I believe. So generation 0 and 1 is 5 minutes and 15 minutes, 20 or 30 minutes. I'm not sure if it's for every flying pet for the same rarity, or if it increases differently, but yeah, in general, every 2 generations it increases in time to breed. Then you have the rarity here. There are normal ones, advanced, and rare ones. Here you have the amount of times that you breed them together. After each breeding, they need time to recover, and the more chance you gave them to breed, the higher the time they need to cool down afterwards. Then here you have the passive affixes. There's 1 to 4 affixes you can have. There's one mutated affix that you can have additionally. Those mutated affixes cannot be inherited. They can only be gained on birth. Then the other one, the affixes you have here, can either be given on birth, I will show you in a second which ones are possible, or they can be inherited from the parents. The generation will always increase by 1, so if you breed generation 0 with generation 2, you will have a generation 3. So that is something you need to keep in mind. You shouldn't be breeding low generation with high generation to keep the generation as low as possible. Then the gross value can increase by breeding for like a little bit below the lowest value from the parents and a little bit above the highest value from the parents. So for example, if you have 0.6, like me, 0.6 growth, and paired with 1.0, it can be like 0.55 to 1.05, something like that. Maybe a bit more, maybe a bit less. I'm not sure how high the range is. It depends on the parents. Can be somewhere in between as well. But those are the lowest and highest values. Growth can go from 0.5 to 1.5. So if you do happen to have a 1.5 growth pet that even has gray passives or something like that, you should keep it because you compare it and increase the growth value of the other pet to 1.5 possibly. So then you have the manual here, so the handbooks. It tells you which ones you have unlocked, but more importantly, it tells you which passive affixes they can have on birth. Those are not the ones they can inherit, so I will get into detail in a second. Here, for example, for bellowing, you have multiple shots. Combos have a 50% chance to deal extra damage equal to 0.5% of the target's current HP. If I go to a higher one, so Midnight Firefly, you will not find multiple shots anymore. So that means once you get them from the egg, Bellring has the chance to get multiple shots. But once you have a Bellring and you have a Midnight Firefly and the Bellring has multiple shots, you breed those two together. There is a chance for the multiple shots to get transferred, to get inherited by the next generation of Midnight Fireflies. That makes it breeding a little bit trickier than initially thought, but it's fine. I will get into detail for that too. Then the value for the times they bred together does not increase for... It has the same symbol. I will show you. It has the same symbol as your friends' flying pets, but this value only increases if you borrow them. The borrowing also increases in time the more times they were borrowed to other people. So yeah, there's no downside to basically borrowing other people your pets. That's what I'm trying to say with that. Then, how do you breed them? You can either use 2 of your own, or you can get 1 of your own, and then you breed them with 1 of the other person that you have in your breeding circle. And you need a sweet cake. Where can you get sweet cakes? You can get them from the cross-server ranked match shop. I would not recommend that unless you are already awakened and you have the pink souls. Do not waste them. Like, it's easy to get them anyways, and they're way too expensive to delay your pink souls. Then the other way would be through the new co-op dungeon. You can enter this one. You can add someone who's strong enough to carry you through the dungeon, basically, and then you can select them. I would also select, I would select the cakes. I would select the eggs, the experience you need, the items to give experience for the pelts, and those you don't need too many from them. The Mimir Springers, I think it's called. You only need like very few of them. So I'm not sure why like you have that many to choose from. I would pick like 20, and then the next time you don't even need them anymore. So the other options would be paid options. You can either buy the package from this store, or you can buy the weekly package from this store. Here you will have an origin egg. The origin eggs can only have normal avians with a rare chance to get an advanced avian, so blue and yellow. And the flame eggs have a chance to get an advanced one with a small chance to get a rare one. So yeah, flame eggs are better. Origin eggs are kind of like meh, but it is what it is. So then, very important is here. Those are the mutations. The names can change. I just got them from the Japanese Wikipedia, but I verified them. We have the exact same ones. I checked on the C server, and yeah, here you can see them. You can take a screenshot, or you can just whatever. The best ones would be Titan's power and status updates. The other ones are more like they're like they can help, they can be bad, but in general they're not that useful. Those ones actually increase the value of the flying pad. Why? What does it matter if the HP, attack, or defense increases by the flying pad? It's because you do get those values added to your own value. So if I go here and I compare, you can check the final HP. The initial value avian is increased by the exact same amount that your avian has. So if you have a mutation on a rare one that increases those values by 20%, that will be very, very huge actually. Like here already, he has 4,000 from his avian, and it's like low level compared. It's like level 17. It's not really high. They can go up to your own level, so that's really important. If you get that mutation, that would be like non plus ultra. Then, as for how the breeding goes, this is just like a very short example of how I would be breeding. So you have 2 generation zeros. They have 2 different passives. Each of them has 2 different passives. Multiple shots, all round hit, super leak, reverse control. Let's say it's just an imagination, like hypothetical situation. It's not like the best in slots passives you want to have. It's just like an example. So you have one with 2, the other one with 2 different ones. Then they pair and they have a chance to get 3. You can have 4 passives on the next generation already. It's just very rare. So also I just like to start with 2 and 2, so you can have different passives that you really want to have, because the likelihood that you have one pet or one avian that has 4 passives that you want from the get-go is very, very low. The chance that you have 3 that you want is very, very low. The chance that you have 2, that's already a bit higher, and then you can get a second one that has 2 that you want, and then you mix them together. Best case, you get 4, all 4 of them. Worst case, it would be staying at 2, and yeah, else you want to have 3. So what do you do now? Do you want to you have the options to either compare 3, the new generation that you have, with an old generation, but that would create a generation 2 pal, so it would increase the breeding time already. Or you wait, you pair those 2 generation zeros that you had before already again, and you get the other generation one with the other skill as the third one. Then you pair those 2 with the 3 passives, and you get one with 4 passives. Best case scenario, very unlikely to happen, but still, I would go with this one. It might take a bit longer because you have to wait for the cooldown of the generation zeros to refresh, but it will allow you to keep the generation of the higher ones low. And why does it matter? Because once you have a perfect flying pet, maybe you want the mutation on it, then you have to transfer it as well to the one you wish to actually use. So right now, bell ring is, for example, not the best in slot for an archer. You have the bell ring, you have the coconut, you have the sunshine bringer, you have the midnight firefly, you have the astronaut bidaki. There's a lot of options that you can have depending on what you like or what content you want to play. So you will have to the need to breed a lot of times, and that's why you really have to try to keep the generation the lowest as possible. Then how does generation skipping works, or like generations in general? If you mix or if you pair a normal with a normal one, you do have a chance to get a rainbow colored one or a rare one, but the chance is very low. The higher the rarity, the higher the chance. So it goes from normal, advanced, rare. Those are the possibilities, and the higher the rarity, the higher the chance to get the higher rarity. So if you have a partner A and partner B, usually the next generation will be either A or B, but it can happen that it will create a new one. The new one can be a lower quality, same quality or higher quality. I have not confirmed that it will be a lower yet, but I believe maybe in a really bad scenario it could be possible. Then if you have a gray passive, the gray passive can be inherited as well. Gray passives mean they're negative. Combo damage minus 300%, double effort, skill damage minus 80%. Those are negative options. The only reason why I would keep them, the flying pads that have those options, are if the gross value is above 1.3 or 1.4 even. Then they are worth keeping around, otherwise get rid of them. Then you have those purple ones. I've seen on other videos where they suggest that you would reduce the global counter of the other person. No, that's bullshit. You get global combo increased by 7.5% and you reduce your own global counter by 2.5%. Then I had people asking, the global combo doesn't really do anything for yourself. Yes, that's true, because the global combo is global combo. So it gets added to... if you check the combo modifier, sorry, wrong one. If you check the combo modifier, it gets added to this global combo down here. So if you already have like 300%, getting another 5%, that's nothing at all. So the blue passive that gives you 150% combo is actually way better for anything. Like usually the blue ones that give you the value you're going for, the stat you're going for, is better than the yellow one or percentage ones that give you global ones. But yeah, if you have any more questions, just let me know and I will try to answer them as fast as possible.